Kitchen Warrior. I am Chef Melvin, and today we're going to travel south the border and we're going to make a red chicken enchiladas. This is my list of ingredients. We have 1 diced Roma tomato, we have 2 whole tomatoes, we have half an onion, 8 ounces of mixed cheese, a half a chicken diced with skin and all. Here we have 4 California chilies. These are dry, and I'll show you what we're going to do with these. We have 1 garlic clove. We have some cotija cheese. We have some diced cilantro. Here we have some sour cream. We have a little bit of chicken powder. We have some corn tortillas, cumin seeds, and salt and pepper. 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds to the pan and roasting them. We're going to leave this in the pan for about 30 seconds, making sure they do not burn. This is going to give it a nice nutty flavor. So we turn this a couple of times, and you can smell in the air the essence of the chilies. We're going to remove these to the side. We let them cool off a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this up and high, and we're going to add our tomatoes and our onion. And what we want to do is we want to char the skin. So we are removing the seeds from these chilies that we have toasted. And this is very important to do it, otherwise the sauce will be extremely hot. So we heated up the oil pretty good, and we're running these tortillas right to this vegetable oil. And by heating up the tortilla, we're going to make them nice and pliable. It'll be easy to roll. We're going to drain as much of the oil as we can from these tortillas. We have soaked our chilies in water, and now they have softened pretty good. There are not too many seeds in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this right here with a blender. We're also going to take our roasted tomato, our roasted onions. This could be done in a barbecue as well. And we're going to add them right here. We're going to add a little bit of our chicken powder. And we're going to puree this real good. Alright, so we're going to grind a little bit of this cumin, some salt and pepper, and we're going to add it to the sauce right now. We're going to puree this one more time. And we're going to add a little bit of oil right here to this pan. And we're going to strain this right into the pan. This here is where the enchiladas are going to get their main flavor. The sauce is always the most important thing in all these different dishes. You have to pay close attention to the spices that you add and the techniques that you use. Alright, so this is going to cook for another couple of minutes. So we're going to taste our sauce to see if it needs any more seasoning. And we're going to taste it. We can smell the toasted cumin in the air. Really nice flavor. Needs just a little bit of salt and pepper, just a little bit. Remember, the cheese, the cotija cheese, is going to be a little bit salty, and so is the other cheese. You don't want to over salt it. Just mix it a little bit, and this sauce is ready for the enchiladas. Take our roasted chicken, we're going to place it in a container because we want to add a little bit of cheese to this. Alright, so from here we're going to add about half of this cheese. I'm going to place it like that. The rest will be served on the top. This cheese is going to help the enchilada in the inside grab on as the cheese melts, and it's going to make it a little bit cheesier and more flavorful. Just like that. Alright, so we're ready to assemble our enchiladas. And this is the best way that we can do this. We'll take our tortillas and we'll place them like this, and we'll do kind of a shingle. You can do this with a little plastic over the top, of your cutting board or your counter. This is the fastest way that these can be made, because time at times it's money. Alright, just like that. Wonderful. And for this we're going to have to use our hands. And we're going to take a little bit of this and we're going to place a little bead right along right here, like that. We're going to roll this just a little bit, just like that. Rolling our enchiladas. And we're using this technique. It's very fast. You can do a whole bunch of these actually if you had to. You can produce for your whole family, even a couple of families if you had to. Just like that. Bring them in. Bring them in, and there it is. We're going to add a little bit of sauce to the bottom of this. Take the enchiladas with a spatula and we're going to move them right into the center of this sheet pan. If you have a special container where they would fit, it's also acceptable. Just like that. Very good. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of the sauce right over the top. A little bit of the enchilada sauce right over the top, just like that. Place them in an oven, 350 degrees. We're going to hold the top cheese for about 10 minutes. We're going to place this in the oven until the cheese that is inside with the chicken, it starts to melt. 10 minutes have gone by. Now we're going to pull this enchiladas out and we're going to add our cheese right on the top and along the top. We don't want to cover the corn tortillas. We just want to add it right here on the top. Let the cheese melt as it will. That's perfect. Just like that. We're going to put them back in the oven for another 2 minutes, just until the cheese melts. Alright. Let's take out our chicken enchiladas. How beautiful they look. And let's plate them up now. We are ready to plate up our enchiladas. This is for a single person. So we're going to take a little bit of our enchilada sauce. So we're going to place a little bead right along the middle. Just like that. Just a little bead. Very good. We're going to take our enchiladas, lift them up. We cut 3 pieces on this one. And we're going to place them, we're going to slide them right in the middle. Just like that. Very nice. We're going to add a little bit more sauce right over the top. What we're going to do is we're going to add just one stripe, just like that. Very nice. You can do any design that you like. Alright, very good. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of our crema fresca or sour cream. And for that one, we're going to do parallel. There you go. Just like that. Maybe one more here. I actually love the sour cream flavor. Just like that. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a few tomatoes. We're going to take a little bit of tomatoes and we're going to drop a few over the top. Just like that. We're also going to add a little bit of cilantro. Same way. Just like that. And finally, we're going to add a little bit of our cotija cheese. So here is our beautiful plate of chicken enchiladas. I'm Chef Melvin, the Kitchen Warrior. Thank you for watching. Till next time.